Bad low spot here. Look at this, guys. Woo. Look at this. It's part of being a YouTuber, guys. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You see it. We're not gonna walk back in there. Glass had growth all over it. Good morning, YouTube. It's Eric with Precision Pressure Wash of Central Florida, coming at you with a brand new video today, guys. Today, working close to home, which means we're in Davenport. I love working close to home. It doesn't pan out all the time, but I've really been working on my SEO in my immediate area. Like Kissimmee was always easier for me. But
the next light,
I could never, all right, we'll turn right at the next light. I could never really dial it in good. So finally, guys, I can get my stuff to rank up in the top 3 here and there. But these guys around here are good and they don't let me stay there. So it is what it is. You just hope your phone rings while you're up there for the day or two. Enough of that. Let's talk about washing. I released a video yesterday updating everybody on what's going on with the equipment, the upgrades. Finally, guys, I am going to do it. The money's there. I already said a million times, guys, if the money's there, I'm going to do it. But as far as like doing it to look cool, guys, I'm way too freaking old to try to look cool. So that has never been a thing for me. The fact that I'm being able to document my journey through this whole crazy pressure washing experience that I've been going through is cool. I'll be able to look back on it one day when I'm so old I can't do anything. But for right now, we're out here grinding, guys. There's not a dull moment in this. Like when I used to cut lawns and I'd come home, I'd unhook my trailer, I'm done. I'm not a lawn guy. Now, I get home,
in half a mile,
unhook my
right
trailer,
Lake Wilson Road,
and I'm doing stuff that I never did in my whole life, and that's jump on a computer. I'm never having fun when I'm on a computer. It is cool to see your finished product when you're done editing and stuff, and you like your video, and you're like, yeah, that's. But as far as like, I don't do Facebook. That's why I don't do ads on Facebook. I barely post on there. It's just not my place. I've never been into that. I've always been more of a YouTube guy, I guess.
turn right onto
I've learned so much on YouTube. So the fact that I'm actually doing it now, and I just hit my 2-year anniversary is crazy when I sit back and think about all this. But right now, life's going 100 miles an hour every day. So I don't have time to sit back and think of that. But guys, we're almost here and I got to pull up to a gate. So I'll see you guys on the job. All right, guys, we're on site. Lawn guys are here as usual. That's why I didn't video anything, but we're kind of set up. Do the driveway first just because it was easier to set up and not be in their way. But you can see it, guys. She needs a little love, so did have to move some plants. Bad low spot here. All in all, it's not horrible. This is not the main attraction. You probably can't hear anything. I did dump a little of my old 5% pump up there. It looked like it was still good. They're all done back here, so let's see what we got. We'll start on the outside first. They moved all their plants. That's good. Still gonna have to move a good amount of stuff. I have a brush and a squeegee in there because the squeegee is gonna be needed right here. And then we got tons of growth on the top. We're doing outside of the screen as well. But look at this, guys. Look at this. The good thing is it rained hard last night. So all this stuff is nice and soft. So it's gonna melt quick, I hope. That's crazy. The fact that the lawn guys would do that, like, that's crazy, bro. Anyways, and they're done blowing here. They're done. Look at that. They're done here. Look. Anyways, look at this, guys. Woo. I do have the soft bristle brush to agitate it, but when this stuff's wet, it comes off easier. So we will be moving some of this furniture around and out now that I can. So we're gonna go ahead, start with the driveway, which is usually not how I do it. You can see the window, look at that grime. I'm kind of doing it backwards because of the lawn, guys, but it is what it is. It all has to get done, right? So stay tuned, and I'll throw you on the neck mount, I think, for the first parts. All right, guys, we're gonna start by just pre-wetting a little bit of stuff. Not really worried about the plants at all. Mainly just painted doors, stuff like that. I'm gonna set that down, just easier when you're doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. I know you can see the blue light today because we got low light conditions. So 100 foot of hose, it'll take a sec. I do have the revs turned down a little bit because I want a little kick with this. There we go. So you can see the bubbles still a little bit, even when there's no soap. But really, when it's about to get to the gun, you can feel it. You know. It's hard to explain. But we're gonna put a really good coat down because I'm trying to get rid of this SH. I've had it for like 2 weeks. It's literally the bottom of the barrel. We're gonna go ahead and definitely double tap that, but you guys can see it's already releasing. Pull this up a little bit. Hopefully it'll stay overcast all day, guys, and we don't have to worry about overheating cameras. We're using the 2.1 injector to apply our chem, and I'm not gonna really spray the SH right up there by the door because there's no organics there. I always do that. And then as you come along right here, look, you can already see the stuff activates when you re-hit it. So it's having a really good stinking reaction, guys. Look at the color. I'm gonna go ahead now, move this. I don't like dousing my stuff with this, but sometimes you just can't help it. When you can, I do. All right, guys, so again, the driveway needs a little love. It is definitely not the worst I've ever seen, but it's gonna brighten up substantially. When he comes home from work, it's gonna look brand new, guys. Brand spanking. Yep, so it won't be long now, guys. We'll have that 8 GPM rocking. Most people guessed what I was getting. I think, you know, if you wait this long, you gotta go all the way. And then I do have the plans on Siamesing them up so I can have a 12 when needed for like a crazy rinse or something. But I really don't want to have to get half-inch high pressure hose because that stuff's a nightmare to move around. I have heard you can use the 3/8 and it's got some kick, so we'll be playing around with stuff. We're gonna put a good coat. It's gonna stay on just because it's not super hot. The sun ain't came out yet. Hopefully it doesn't until I'm backing it in the garage. But here we are, guys. Business is pretty good. It's just the residential. It's a little slow. A lot of guys ain't gonna say it. I'll say it, guys. I don't care. I wish I could be 100% honest on here, but it would hurt me. So I don't lie to anybody. I just won't tell you nothing before I lie. I'm gonna go ahead and treat the curbs, even though I usually don't, because they're bad. So I'm gonna come right back up. I am trying to kill that chlorine, so I'm gonna double tap all this. We're gonna double tap up on the porch. And then I'm gonna rinse this bottom of this garage door off, because I'm sure there's some kind of oxidation that we don't wanna aggravate. That's her there, guys. I'm gonna turn it off now. Lights off. Still gonna pull for a second, so I'm gonna do that on the way up here. And just go a little harder right there, guys. And once I'm sure we're not pulling soap, just give the paint a little rinse. Now that the driveway's completely prepped, I'm gonna let it dwell for a few minutes off camera, and when we pick back up, we'll be set up for the surface clean. Stay tuned. All right, guys. That's that. I'm not gonna walk on it because I got a little bit of mud on my boots, but she's clean. Now we move on to this crazy dirty back. It's mostly just a lichen. Makes it really crazy to me. Here we are, plan of attack, pre-wet everything. Gonna move some stuff around to clean just because I don't have my help today, and that's a nightmare when you gotta move stuff like that. This is an easy slide around. And then there, we got to get these corners empty because that's going to be squeegee like you already know. You already know. So that's already all rusty. We're going to move that out. But look at this, guys. I don't even know if you're picking it up. I do have the ladder, soft bristle, because we got to get all this. And to me, screens are a little old. So you got that up there. Then you got that up there. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can really get the, you know what I mean? So probably shoot, I don't know, probably could easily shoot through the screen, honestly, to get done what I need to get done. And then if I need a little bit of pressure on stuff from the outside, I'll get on the ladder to rinse. That, yeah, we might have to put some tape on that one, but other than that, we're good out here. So trying to make a good video while I can. Sun's not out. This is ideal. So we're gonna run it. That's pretty bad, guys. I mean, you see it. All this. Just gonna move stuff around right here, rinse. We're not really washing in here. A little bit of spritz of a pre-wet just because I might go ahead and rinse this off with just water. I don't know though, man. I'm afraid I'll knock something down. But there we are, guys. So strap in for this one. This one's gonna be bad. Again, there's no sun out, so that keeps me motivated to just work nice and easy and methodical without missing anything. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, keep it mic'd up. Hopefully it'll reach over there. I'm gonna start laying water on everything, and then we'll get this thing really going. Just give everything a nice wet down. I might spray the pump up before I apply the downstream mix. Honestly, just to see how bad this is really gonna be, you know? All right, so there's a little wind. We'll change what we're doing here. I'll work this way. I'm just trying to get everything wet, guys. I do have the revs turned down slightly on this. I might go turn them down a little more, to be honest with you. I don't know if I ever cleaned an enclosure that had this much lichen. Wish I had my helper today, so he'd be playing. That's his thing, pump up sprayer. But he's closing tonight, so I couldn't do it to him, guys. I only use him if I have to. Really. If he's got work, I mean. I definitely like to get all the beams wet, even if they are black. I don't care. All right, so the wind's going a little bit this way. Oh, can you guys hear me breathing? It's so annoying to me when I'm editing. Definitely wet the citrus. but you know it's gonna fall around the corner a little bit, so you just gotta wet everything. It takes 2 seconds, guys. I see a lot of guys on YouTube that don't wet nothing. That makes me nervous. Not watching you do it. If I were to do it, I'd be nervous. What I feel like this does is at least buy you some time to move a little bit slower, which in turn usually means quality control's pretty good. So here we are. I think we got everything good. Got to walk past the door so you don't get caught up under it. I probably just made a mess right there, guys. Damn. All right, so I am going to just shoot through the screen. My videos have been slacking. We all know that. I'm not trying to even act like they're not. Summertime's hard to shoot with the action camera. I know you guys up north can get away with it a little bit better. But what y'all call a heat wave up there is just like pretty much a 4-month span down here to us. It ain't a heat wave, it's called summer. It's one of the last videos you'll see the old 4GPM just doing everything. I'm excited, stressed. That's business though, guys. Again, I said it earlier, I think it's cool that I'm getting to document all this, because one day I will be too old to even move, you know? But you could still watch YouTube. All right, guys, I'm gonna start by doing the pump up on here with the 5%. I forgot I'm mic'd up, guys. Just trying to focus. My eyes ain't as good as they used to be. Probably could get this stuff over here with the downstream, so I'm not gonna go crazy on it. But I do have to get the top of the screen, man. It's bad. Oh yeah, you'd have never did this from the ground. So there's a big old patch right there. For the most part, it's right here under this tree. Good coat. We don't want to do this twice. It's bad enough doing it once. Stuff smells lovely. Woo. All right, guys, I'm about done here. Hopefully I don't have to mix another one. All this stuff up here is reacting well. I can see it's turning white. Yeah, it's pretty good. I should go inside and do a little bit as well. All right, hopefully I don't get dripped on. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead now and start applying chem, but I'm gonna leave it over here because stuff gets everywhere. Stay tuned. All right, guys, that's all the chem that I'm gonna put up. Still working. You can see all this stuff though. Look at it. They're ready. So just trying to let it do its thing a little bit longer. Without this sun, it really helps. But there it is. You remember all that. That might need a little bit of 5 with a pump up through the screen, but other than that, everything up there is probably gonna rinse right off now. But yeah. When it's white like that, she's ready to go. All right, guys, obviously I'm not gonna go in here with the camera because it's dripping SH everywhere, but I have turned it off and now I'm gonna start playing around with a rinse. Stay tuned. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Let's show you what this thing's looking like. That came out amazing. This one was a little bad, guys. On a 1 to 10, we're gonna go 9. She was a 9. You remember all that growth up there? Wait till we get outside. And then up there, you guys remember that? Come on now. Woo! Brand spanking. Coming along here. I did get a lot of stuff in the pool, so I'm probably going to play with the net a little bit here because they have one. But this corner was dinged up too, guys. I'm going to go ahead and kind of... It's hard to rinse good when it's like this without getting streaks on the glass because it doesn't dry fast enough. Oh, that dragonfly got in here. Anyways, look at it from the side. That up there, we did have to play with a little pump up. Just shot it through the screen right under there and then a ton of rinsing. But there she is. We moved the grill. You remember under these? Brand new. I'm glad it wasn't sunny today because it would have been way hotter. We did rinse all this as best we could. I moved stuff around. And then this, a lot of times with plants, that's like the iron in there that weeps through. You need rust remover. We'll get that off, but not SH. Here we are on the outside, guys. You remember this wasn't bad at all, but this whole back stretch here, it was bad. So we're gonna go slow. I'll lift the camera up in the areas where we did earlier. This stuff was covered. I mean covered. It might have been the most lichen I've ever washed off a screen. Here's this spot that we zoomed in earlier. I'm gonna come at it from the side here so you guys can really see it. Low light, it's hard. I don't want you to think I half-assed this one. Oof, look at that, guys. Glass had growth all over it, still wet. We're not gonna walk back in there though. That's a wrap. I'm gonna wind these hoses up. We'll probably do a little bit of truck talk. It's only gonna be a little bit though, because I'm so close to home, you know what I mean? But stay tuned, catch you in the truck. All right, guys, that's a wrap. We're out of here. Can you see it in the mirror? Turn the strobes off. Clean, very clean. They can't say nothing about that. I mean, maybe the pool got a little dinged up, but come on. Come on. Long, guys, we're only in my way for a little while. Overcast all day, guys. Days like this, you gotta enjoy them because they don't come around very often in August. Look at this. It's 90 degrees. Sun's never been out. It's 90. We could deal with 90. 90's no problem for me, guys. It's when it gets over like 97. Gets over 97 and I feel the little hairs on the back of my neck starting to sear. That's when I start taking things a little bit more cautious. But today, didn't have to. Never even felt my hands cramping. Good day. Close to the house. Guys, I love these close ones. I wish it could have been a little faster. Took me like 3 hours, but guys, I'm doing video and stuff too. Sorry I didn't get a lot in the screen enclosure. I'm just trying to save my batteries and my mic. Even though the sun was never out today, every time I would let my camera run like that and I'd go back to check it, like I go back and turn it off and I touch it and it's hot. So whenever that happens, I shut it down, put it in the truck or in the shade. Today, that didn't really happen. It was warm a few times. If files get corrupted today, I'm doing a very bad review on this camera because there should be no problem. It sucks to have to think about that and your work, but it's part of being a YouTuber, guys. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what I mean? Everybody tries, kind of. You know what I mean? A lot of people try it, but when those statistics came back, or not came back, when I read the statistics on how many people actually get monetized, I made it my priority to do that. So we did it. We made that. I guess the next milestone is 100,000 subscribers, and for a pressure washing channel, we can't see that happening, but you never know. You never know. I see that one dude online, been around for a while. He'll say he has 100,000, but it's like 15 likes. And when I say 15, I'm talking 15,000, you know? But this is not an ego thing for me, guys. I promise you. Look at me. I don't even shave. I'm never going to wear wrinkled and dirty clothes and stuff like that, but you can tell when I'm going hard, guys, because the shaving is like, we don't worry about that too much. But guys, I'm rambling. It's been a long time, so it's like I'm just going off. I don't even know what I'm doing, but nobody's here to close it out for me today, so I'm going to go ahead and close this thing out because I'll be home in a couple minutes. But guys, I appreciate you. I really do. Stay tuned. I've got a huge commercial job coming up. I'll probably film Friday. Stay locked in. Just a normal guy documenting his journey in this pressure washing game. Somehow, I'm starting to find my lane and things are happening, so we love that. I love the fact that people actually watch my videos, so we're going to keep making them. But until next time, guys, peace.